Hi, my name is Lena and I'm from Lena's Healing Haven. For today, my guides would like me to convey on their behalf 20 things that they would like you to know on life, on spirituality, and on self care and self love. So, number one, love is not special. Love ought to be life. So, don't think that if you suddenly feel a surge of good feelings towards another human being, that you should completely devote your life to that person, be it your a potential partner or your actual partner or your children. Um, this feeling should be cultivated so that you feel it towards all other beings as well. So love is not special, love is life. Second, love is all powerful. No matter what you're going through, be it depression, relationship problems, or just general a feeling of being lethargic and helpless and lost, just know that love is the solution. So once you have a very strong feeling of love anchored in your heart, your problems will simply vanish with time, of course. But that's the only solution you need, just love. Third, poverty is not the problem, ingratitude is. There are many poor people who are happy, and there are many rich people who are not. So, if you are at the stage of your life where you think that money is a solution to all your troubles, don't think that way because it is possible for you to suddenly strike Toto, strike the lottery. Toto is actually the local lottery name. So, you can strike the lottery, you can get a windfall in money, you can suddenly come across a huge sum of money, but it doesn't automatically mean that you'll be happy from then on. There are studies that show, there's research that shows that lottery winners, after about 2 or 3 years of the windfall they receive, they actually return to the original level of happiness. So if they were unhappy before they won the lottery, after the initial thrill of knowing that they're finally rich and they can do anything they want, the kick wears off and they return back to be unhappy again, despite being more rich. So remember, if you are feeling like there's a lack of abundance in your life, know that your focus shouldn't be on attracting more money. Your focus should be on creating more gratitude so that the universe is able to bless you with more things. Okay. Number four, black is a really, really bad color to have in your life. And this is related to my previous video where my guys actually told me to start coloring my hair to a lighter shade because as an Asian I have very black hair, and this actually applies not just to hair but as well as your choice of attire and the things you choose to surround yourself with. So I mean you know the common fashionable phrase catchphrase like orange is the new black, pink is a new black, whatever. But black's really not a very good color to have in your life. The reason for that is because black actually contains very, very dense and very heavy energy. So just think about the people in your life who often wear black in their daily life out of personal choice or just maybe a general lack of motivation to wear different colors, and just observe them. You'll find that the personalities tend to be a little more serious and the energy tends to be a little bit heavier and maybe even more negative. It's actually really because, partly because they have chosen to wear black or surround themselves with black most of the time. So this is a really simple solution to apply in your life. Simply just stop wearing black. Even if you don't like bright colors, just choose to wear different shades that are not so eye-catching but will lighten your mood. So if you are already wearing beautiful colors on a day-to-day basis, you know jolly well, you know that wearing your favorite color like red or yellow or orange somehow just brightens your mood. I've never heard of people wearing black so that they can have a better day. So, yeah, stop wearing black. Number five, eat more fruits. And this sounds like what your parent may say to you when you were younger or the doctor. But fruits are truly the most life-giving kinds of foods on earth, even better than vegetables or grains or nuts, legumes. So yeah, eat more fruits. Um, Six, I think. Okay, I lost count. I'm going to stop counting from now on because I'm very bad at counting. But I'm just going to stop when the messages have finished. So if you want, you can count on my behalf. So next is read books by Brian Weiss. Brian, Brian, Weiss, Weiss. I've done countless of readings for various people, and an interesting thing that keeps popping up is this particular one. Somehow, the guys in the divine world, they all unanimously agree that he's a fantastic writer and the content is really, really good. So, just a short introduction about who he is. He's actually a hypnotherapist who used to be a skeptic about past lives until he encountered a client whom he was trying to regress to childhood, and the client spontaneously regressed to a past life. And during that process, he was actually listening to her talk about a past life with great skepticism. Like he was wondering what went wrong here and why is she talking rubbish. Until her guides basically channeled his no her his client started channeling information from his own guides, information that was very very personal and very very private that no one else knew except for him. And that was when he realized this was all real. It's not nonsense at all. And that changed his path. And basically, right now, he's going around training the world, training people on how to do past life regression as well as other kinds of spiritual regression. So basically, his books are very, very relatable and very easy to read and also very inspiring. I've only read two of his books, and I can kind of guess why the guys like him so much because those books were really, really enjoyable and spiritual and meaningful at the same time. So yes, please read Brian Weiss' book and know that I do not receive commission for his book sales. Yeah. Okay. Next is curtains in the house are really good, and this sounds very random, but the reason is that curtains have the function of um, allowing more or less light into the house depending on what is needed. At the same time, they also um, create a very soft atmosphere in the house. So this is very relevant if you live in sunny countries like me in Singapore, because when there's too much sun shining into the house, the body actually has great resistance towards it because the body is not has not evolved to actually need that much sunlight. So it's all about moderation. And if you happen to live in a location where there's either too little or too much sunlight, you can use curtains to actually moderate so that the amount of sunlight in the house is just nice. Of course, if curtains are not practical or not your preferred choice, you can definitely choose tinted windows as well, or shutters or blinds. Yeah. So the key point about this particular advice is that we need to moderate the amount of sunlight we receive every day. Okay. Next, house plants. So this is starting to sound a bit like a feng shui talk, but no. I mean, feng shui is definitely well and good, but not everything in the feng shui is actually accurate or applicable, but house plants are indeed one of the best ways to improve feng shui in your house. So it doesn't matter how big or small the plant is or what kind of plants you choose. Obviously, you have to be practical, so choose a plant that's easy to take care of and a plant that you enjoy looking at. So this is going to improve the energy in your house by loads. And you can also use the plant as a barometer about how good the energy in your house is. So a house that has very bad energy, no matter how well you take care of the plant, you'll find that the plant is just unable to survive. Whereas if the house is has very good energy, no matter how little care you give the plants, as long as it receive the minimum amount of water and sunlight, it's still going to thrive and you'll find flowers blossoming and stuff like that. So that's a very good way for you to measure the level of positive energy in your house through house plants. The next is crystals. So many people enjoy working with crystals. Even more people enjoy wearing crystals. And of course, there's also the proportion of people who absolutely don't use crystals at all. I belong to the third category. Um, I love looking at crystals, but I don't feel the need to actually wear them or work with them. But the guides agree that crystals are a very effective way of working with energy, as well as using it as a personal method of boosting your own energy level. And the guides actually narrow, because there are so many crystals in the world, which are the best for you, which are appropriate, and it's actually very individual. Different crystals will suit different people, but the guides actually recommend three crystals that are generally very, very useful for pretty much everyone. So these three crystals are clear quartz, yeah. Second is black tourmaline. Tourmaline is spelled as Tourmaline, and the last one is jade. So it doesn't matter how expensive the crystal is, because that's actually has got more to do with how the seller is pricing the crystal, and it doesn't necessarily indicate the quality of the crystal itself. So when you choose a crystal, always go with a gut feel. You can even just rummage in a crystal bin and just allow yourself to randomly select a crystal, because energy work is best done using intuition, not with the head. So yeah, when you want to buy a crystal, use your intuition. Okay. The next one is rest. So the common advice is to sleep at least 8 hours a day. And once again, this is actually not always accurate, because some people need more or less sleep than others. So what the guys have to say about rest is that simply just listen to your body and sleep when you're tired. And if you have actually ignored your tiredness for a prolonged period of time, not only is it going to affect your health, but it is also going to affect your ability to know when you're tired. So if you are used to staying up late at night to do work or to play games or any other things, it's going to get to the point when you are perpetually tired and you don't even realize it until you get into some kind of accident, or you just start making so many mistakes in life. So rest is really important. Please get used to going to bed once you feel tired. Don't ignore your body, or you're going to pay big time in time to come. All right, the next is children. Okay, so for those of you without kids, and for those of you who don't like kids, do create opportunities to play with kids, whether it's your friends' kids, your nieces and nephews, or even going to a children's home to volunteer, because kids can naturally carry lots of joy, no matter regardless of their circumstances, personality, or background. They are just natural carriers of joy. So for you to hang around with them, it's really like getting an energy boost. And of course, it's actually very fun, to play with kids. At least kids who are not throwing tantrums. Um, yeah, so spend more time with kids. Next, direction. So in terms of direction, we are a little bit back to feng shui again. Do you know that actually the direction where you sit at work, the direction where you like to sit at home, as well as the direction in which you sleep at night, all affects um, you energetically, because energies do vibrate around the place in a certain way, and depending on the makeup of your body, the energetic makeup, the energies may either clash or be neutral, or match or be compatible with your energies. So if you have been feeling very tired, um, and the life isn't going well, you may want to check the place where you're often facing or sleeping or sitting in your life. And you may want to get back, just get in tune with your body and check how do you feel when you face in this direction and how do you feel when you face a different direction. So this advice is best applied for people who are already quite sensitive to their bodies. Otherwise, you may be just turning in circles and not knowing which direction is best for you. But if you are very sensitive to energy, and if you have been feeling like life hasn't been going well on a consistent in a consistent manner, maybe you can try this, which means literally going to the place where you hang out most often and slowly turning around 360 degrees, checking which direction seems to energize you or make you feel best when you face in that direction. Okay, so that's a very unexpected piece of advice, which I myself is quite surprised by. But yes, please try out, and um, if you find that a certain direction seems to fit you most intuitively, then start, shifting your sitting location to face that direction. Try out for 1 week or maybe 1 month. Um, it should have a very positive effect on your life, given enough time. Yeah. So that's DIY feng shui for you. Next is your name. Most of us know the meaning of our names, but do you know that it is true that your name actually represents your energy as well as influence your energy for your whole life, which is why in my country at least, it's very common to seek an astrologer, a Chinese astrologer, to change your name for good luck. So how effective that is depends on the skill of the Chinese astrologer, but you can also DIY for this. So the key is to use your intuition. If you know the meaning of your name and you don't like it very much, or if you feel that it is not compatible with who you are as a person, choose another name for yourself and just stick to it. Stick to it for about 3 years, and then do a review of these 3 years and get a sense of whether your life actually improved generally, because I mean ever since the name change. So this is another method for fixing your life, that you can do for yourself without actually consulting an expert. But of course, don't keep changing names because it's impractical and it doesn't make sense to do that. Take this advice very seriously. If you want to change your name, make sure you find something that really makes you feel good about yourself, and make sure that you instruct all the important people in your life to call you by the new name. Because if you have a name change and people insist on calling you by your previous name, it's not going to help at all. Okay. All right. Next, um, I'm not sure why, but my guys are telling me mouse. Okay, they're talking about the computer mouse. They're saying that the computer mouse is actually better than touch screens, where you use your finger to swipe the computer screen or the mouse pad. The mouse pad. I'm actually asking myself, is it the right technical term, mouse pad? Is on laptops where there's a square or rectangle where you move the pointer using a finger like that. Yeah, I'm sure you know what I mean. So the reason why using an actual computer mouse is actually better is because the computer and the laptop really does radiate certain energies that is not so beneficial to the body. So it's not too bad if you're just facing the computer, but if you're actually using your finger to be in constant contact with the computer or the laptop, the energy is going to travel into your body through the finger. Okay, so the mouse actually separates your touch from the computer, since it's actually beside and not directly on. So that's going to minimize the absorption of negative energies from this equipment. Okay, yeah. All right. Next is pets in general. If you are someone who often depressed or often angry, keeping pets is one of the best therapies you can have. With it actually is even better than seeing a therapist. assuming the therapist is not one of the excellent ones. Okay, so pets are natural, and we are talking about dogs and cats here, just dogs and cats, not rabbits, not hamsters, not birds or fish. Why dogs and cats? Because dogs and cats are actually are created by God to, to be companions to humans. So um, the rest of the pets like hamsters and rabbits and birds, while they are common pets, but the original purpose of their existence is not to be house pets, whereas dogs and cats are. So dogs and cats, since the purpose is actually to be companions to humans, they carry natural abilities to make humans feel better, not just energetically, but emotionally and mentally, and sometimes even spiritually. So do consider keeping a pet if you find yourself being bogged down by many emotional issues. Having a pet that you connect with can help a lot. Okay, babies. Babies are also the same. And while it seems silly um, to have it be included as advice because we don't exactly get a baby the same way we get a pet, but if you're married, if you have a pretty good relationship with a husband, and if you just want something to elevate your life to an even higher level, then make babies. Yeah, um, enough said. And I think this is also an advice which doesn't seem too outrageous because we all know how babies can make you really really happy, really really tired as well, but also really really happy. Next, pyramids. So the shape of a pyramid is actually a geometric design that has the ability to channel energies from the divine to down to earth. So if you have a crystal pyramid, it's really, really good. So this advice can be combined with the advice on crystals. If you can find them, find crystals that come in the form of a pyramid, but it's optional. If you cannot find crystal pyramids, it's also very good to find glass pyramids or any other material and to have it placed in the center of the living room, on a table, on a shelf, or in the bedroom. So this advice is not very practical because right now I'm analyzing this advice on a personal level, and I'm telling the guys no one's going to place a pyramid in the middle of the room, and they're like, yes, that's true. So it's great that the guys are saying this advice is actually very good if you can apply it, but it's impractical. So yeah, they're telling me if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Let's just move on. Okay. All right. Next is you can actually create a DIY pouch, as in not that you sew the pouch yourself, but just find a pouch where you it's like a medicine pouch, and the things to put in a pouch can range from 3 to 7 items, and you can choose things which are from nature or which are handmade. Okay, so it could be things like pebbles, shells, crystals, little handicrafts made by yourself or by your loved ones. Put them in a little pouch and carry it wherever you go, because when you do this, the healing energies from Mother Nature, as well as the love that was put in making the handicrafts for you, it will merge and combine together so that your medicine pouch becomes almost like uh, um, almost like okay, I can't find that word. It's like almost like an amulet of some kind that keeps you feeling happy and it keeps you feeling protected. Yeah. So I apologize that I took so long to find the right word, but sometimes they happen. Sometimes when I channel the information, the energies come through and I know exactly what they mean, but somehow my brain shuts down and I can't find a word. But I hope you get what they mean, okay? So yeah, just carrying such a pouch with 3 to 7 items that have special meaning to you, it's actually very, very therapeutic to keep around you, and you will have a tangible effect on your energy level. All right, so I'm pretty sure we haven't hit 20, but the guys are saying that the information presented has been a lot, and they feel that it's okay to stop here. So I welcome you to ask me questions in the comment section if you feel that any advice given in this video was unclear or need further elaboration. Also, I just want to remind you that this video series, the healing series, is actually all channeled teachings from the guides. And sometimes my guides also work with other people's guides. So if you have been somehow guided to watch my videos, it could be because of them doing that thing so that you are led to be watching this. So the information could actually be specifically for you. Okay, don't doubt that. So please feel free to subscribe to my videos so that you'll be updated whenever I make a new one. And because I'm starting to really enjoy this work, I do intend to make a new video every 1 or 2 days. So yeah, subscribe if you wish to keep updated. Okay, so I'm going to stop here for now. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and I'll see you soon. Bye.